Afternoon, Utah. Last night, the overnight, and early this morning, it was a busy go of things with a strong winter storm that moved through. The winter storm warnings and the winter weather advisories, those have since gone away, but you will notice in northeast Nevada there is a winter weather advisory that actually goes until tomorrow morning. That's because we got another system that's on the way. We'll talk more about that in just a moment, but that will bring more accumulating snow to mainly central and northern Utah by tomorrow morning. In the meantime, we're looking at much calmer conditions, still a good amount of cloud coverage across the state, mainly in the central and northern half of the state, and we're still finding a little bit of light snow mainly in the northern Wasatch Mountains. And if we're going to find snow over the next couple of hours, it's mainly going to be in the northern Wasatch Mountains. Speaking of which, how about this view from Snow Basin, where you're still getting some snow, and the snow stake, it's about to go under the snow by the looks of things. Earlier this morning, they were sitting at 16 inches, now up to 18 inches of snow, and that's only just one of a ton of very impressive snow totals. Snowbird picking up the most so far, around 21 inches of snow. Alta 19, Snow Basin at that 18, Cottonwood Heights 15, but where it gets really impressive is Sandy at 13.8, the Bountiful Bench at a foot of snow, Sugar House getting close to a foot, the Logan Mountains picking up 10 inches, Park City Mountain 9 inches of snow, and even in southern Utah, Beaver picking up 3.5 inches of snow. And when you see those impressive snow totals, you get views like this. This was sent in from Chris Williams in South Jordan, and it looks absolutely beautiful if your car's not stuck in the snow. And I'm coming from personal experience on that one earlier this morning. Here's the view in St. George right now, where you do have a partly cloudy sky. They did find some rain, and in St. George actually had a little bit of a wintry mix during the overnight, and then just a little bit of rain earlier on this morning. But nice and dry conditions now, and you'll be looking at dry conditions through the rest of the afternoon. But boy, is it cold outside across the state, where it's 28 degrees in Salt Lake City, 28 degrees in Delta, 28 in Cedar City, 42 degrees in St. George. But that doesn't factor in the wind. Now, the wind is nowhere near where it was yesterday, but when you throw on a little puff of wind, when temperatures are in the 20s and 30s, it feels even colder. It feels like -3 in Evanston, and it's 12-16, and it feels like 19 degrees in Salt Lake City. So even with the sunshine right now, it definitely feels cold. We'll only see that daytime high of 32 degrees in Salt Lake City, 43 in Moab, 33 in Cedar City, and St. George is sitting close to where their daytime high is going to be. Let's begin the FUTURECAST. As we go throughout the afternoon and move into the early evening, things are mostly quiet with the exception of northeastern Nevada, because that's when the system is going to start to move into Nevada and also into southern Idaho. But notice as we go into the overnight, we're going to start to see that snow spread eastward across central and in northern Utah. So it could be a rough go of things for the early morning commute once again, but should be able to treat the roads a little bit better since we're not looking at rain ahead of this system. But we'll keep the chance for snow through tomorrow afternoon. It'll start to taper a little bit into tomorrow night, but at least a lingering chance of snow even into early on Friday morning. So it's not going to be as potent as a system compared to what we saw last night, but it's still going to be a winter storm nonetheless. And our mountains could see good snow totals once again, maybe getting over half a foot of snow. And then in the valleys, could also see some accumulating snow there as well. But for St. George, looking at dry conditions, also going to be breezy today with a daytime high of 42 degrees, dropping to 28 tonight, middle 40s for our Thursday. But we get some cold mornings and some pretty chilly afternoons with temperatures staying in the middle 40s over the next handful of days. On the Wasatch front, it's going to be freezing and windy today with a partly sunny to partly cloudy sky with a daytime high of 32, 22 tonight with the chance for snow Thursday into Friday. Low to mid 30s for daytime highs, overnight lows in the lower 20s. But heading into Saturday and Sunday with drier conditions, we'll get some really cold mornings in the teens with daytime highs continuing in the 30s. If you want to stay